Carter
video.
can watch it.
Alright, let's go over. Okay, let's go backwards. So starting at number, 220, chapter 15 review. Number 4. Alright, how did Henry Clay, John C. Calhoun, and Daniel Webster help keep the national harmony? Keep in mind, slavery was a major issue that was dividing them, but what did they do to try to keep it together? Alright, Ethan.
Can I do the next one?
No, too late. Already called you.
Can I go too still?
Maybe. I'll consider it.
Clay, Calhoun, and Webster still participated in governmental affairs and helped keep the old way going. Older ways.
There's so much more you could
I don't know.
Did I say
They
it?
released acts and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how they kept it.
I had roughly the same thing as him.
I want to answer.
I do
Right.
that.
They're old dudes, by
Mine's probably on there. I said Henry Clay, John C. Calhoun, and Daniel Webster helped keep the nation harmony with Clay's The Compromise from Clay,
Thank you.
Calhoun's speech, and Webster's 7th of March speech.
Thank you. We should get more details for that. So what was the name for the compromise that Henry Clay wrote trying to make
1850.
1850? Remember there's those 5 parts that you need to know for it? We'll go over those more later. But just make sure that you know, okay, there's the 5 parts for that compromise 1850. John C. Calhoun was saying more for state rights, but still wanted the Union to stay together. Well, Henry Clay gave his, sorry, not Henry Clay, Daniel Webster gave the 7th of March
I
speech.
didn't
Make a
know
note. Let me go over to the next section. Alright, so number 2 on page 197. Alright, I already said Ethan maybe, so I'll listen to Ethan's and then I'll listen to yours and see who does, we'll see who does better for it. Alright, despite being militarily insignificant, why does the Battle of Alamo hold such an important place in American history, and what effect does it have on the Texans during the war and why?
The Alamo helped support patriotism in American history. The Texans remembered, I had the Texans and then quote, remember the Alamo quote.
Okay.
And then patriotism, that's what I had.
You put patriotism, basically, or whatever it is.
Still butthurt over the Raiders loss.
What?
Still butthurt over the Raiders loss to the Patriots, obviously.
Alright, so, what did
That's
you
what I was
write?
thinking when I was writing.
The Battle of the Alamo killed many figures and led more people to help and swung Texas to victory.
That is a
Swole.
better answer, so good job. So yeah, that's probably the reason, even though the Alamo we lost, make your great attention, Ethan, that, yes, Ethan, pay attention, that it helped us to basically rally together and say, remember the Alamo, like Ethan's quote, and basically it basically caused the Texans to all rally together. Alright, anyone have anything else for it?
Can you please stop him?
Stop what? I'm not doing anything!
Looking at me.
I'm not looking at
Oh
you.
my goodness.
Okay, make sure,
Oh
Ethan,
my.
that you're not bothering people, and then
Something
Chris,
else
if
is.
you wouldn't look at Ethan, you wouldn't know if Ethan was looking at you.
I have peripheral vision.
Ethan was looking at you.
That's what I tried to tell Spencer. I don't know for it.
Alright, so chapter 13, I'm on the wrong page. Alright, number 3, in what ways did the agricultural revolution and the industrial revolution benefit each other? Quentin, you have been quiet.
Why'd you point at me?
Yeah, that's what you said.
You went.
Pointed.
Sorry, I meant to go like that. I meant to point at it. Okay, Quentin.
The agricultural
Gotcha.
revolt helped the farmers to be able to make their jobs easier because more inventions were being made.
Anyway.
Okay, so industry helped out the farmers because yes, they did make better inventions. We'll talk about this in the next chapter. How did agriculture help out industry?
I got it.
People were getting.
Your boy
Is it
got
still
it,
his
yeah.
turn?
Your boy got it.
Whoa. The factory workers were getting food.
Yes, so that's why you have to have both of them at the same time. So the factory workers are benefiting the farmers, making them more products and better inventions, while the farmers are making food for the factory workers. You gotta have both. If you don't have the other one, if you don't have agriculture first, you're gonna have starving factory workers or no factory workers because they're not gonna go just to starve. Alright, you want to put that way? Alright, we're going to play the dice game, at least for right now, because I want to make sure I get through stuff. It's
Swear you're
important
no
to
longer my
make
favorite
sure
teacher.
I can't what?
So you're no longer my favorite teacher.
Alright, I will survive.
Ooh.
Alright, so
No, I see
looking
this.
over, okay, alright, so I think I got a piece of paper so we can write down stuff you don't know.
You don't know!
I'll be good for you. Alright, we will start with Genesis. Sorry, not so now. Start over there. Alright, go ahead and go to your textbook though. This is chapter 13 going forward. So chapter 13, 14, 15.
Gotcha.
Alright, what do you call the type of education because it's concerned with passing on to the new generation the knowledge and traditions of the past?
Tradition.
That's traditional, roll your dice. We'll say the first one to 50, so we have a stopping point.
Don't
Alright.
lie.
Who wrote the blueback speller?
Start with
W.
no Webster.
No Webster. You do have both of them on this test, so make sure you are specific.
What test?
What? This is chapter 13.
Oh, that was like chapter 11.
No, they are. This is chapter 13.
Well,
So
you
make
can
sure
say
that
them
you write
already.
which Webster
So
that
13
you're
to
picking
15.
from. 13 to 50. So 13, 14, 15.
Wait, I don't know how to count. Okay.
So make sure that you mark there which Webster you're talking about because there are both of them in this section. Alright. Let's see. Who was the first secretary of the Massachusetts Board of Education? And he wanted to promote the public primary schools, or the free public primary schools. It starts with an M.
An M?
M.
An M?
This is my favorite person.
Is it a weird?
Possibly.
Is it a weird?
Wait, what?
Is it a weird name?
Possibly my favorite person.
It's a last name is you know this word.
Horseman.
Yeah, Horace.
Yeah.
Horseman. Do not write horse.
I've said horse.
Isn't that spelling?
What?
Is that spelling?
If you write horse, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, it is spelling error.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm gonna write that
Take that
just
just
because.
Alright, what do you call the schools that were used for professional training of teachers?
What's to start with?
In.
Say again.
What do you call the schools that are used for training teachers?
N?
In.
Nishkis.
It's a very ordinary.
What's it rhyme with?
Sanitizer.
Isn't that a person, Frederick Nitschke?
What's it rhyme with?
What is it?
Isn't that a person, Frederick Nitschke? Nitschke or something like that?
I'm not sure what
It
you're
starts with an N.
Isn't that a person like
Yes.
this?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's a very ordinary school.
Ordinary school?
That starts with an
I'm so done.
Oh, I didn't
I don't know it either, Ethan, so it's
And-
okay.
In.
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
First person to raise your hand. Go.
Mm.
Yeah, what's Chris?
Normal.
Normal schools, write down.
It
normal
rhymes
schools.
with-
Normal.
It rhymes with Hormel.
Alright, what year was the first public high school
What?
opened?
1821.
1821.
Normal school.
Wow.
That's dumb. I've never heard those words.
Okay, make sure you write down something.
Well,
Don't forget
it's
that.
study.
Alright, what is the college that was first co-educational?
Wait, so wait.
Oh,
I don't know how to say
Whoa.
Oberlin.
Oberlin. What was the first
Oberlin.
college for women only?
Let's start with an M.
W.
it. He go college.
Starts with a W.
Yeah.
For women only.
Rhymes with.
Really? You'll give
Wesleyan?
a rhyme, but you can't give
I'll
it?
take it.
I didn't
Wesleyan.
know.
Wesleyan. Go.
Spell the same, isn't it?
Sure.
Depending on how you're pronouncing it, I think you're
It
pronouncing it
rhymes
slightly
with
wrong.
Wesleyan.
Okay, W-E-S-Y-E, sorry, W-E-S-L-E-Y-A-N.
Wesleyan, yeah.
Alright, who founded the Lyceum movement?
Holbrook.
Good job, Josiah
I
Holbrook.
guessed it.
Y'all are doing
That's how it is.
good. Alright, who was the editor of the Atlantic Monthly?
What's
Six.
that?
H.
Holbrook?
He said Josiah Holbrook already.
Oh, for what?
The Lyceum movement.
Okay, and who edited it?
Who edited the Atlantic Monthly? It's a magazine.
So his first name starts with H?
Nope, last name starts with H, first name begins with W.
Oh.
How?
Oh,
You're thinking of a different person for how.
Okay.
Alright, everybody raise your hand. Go. Chris?
How? How well?
So interesting.
How well?
Yeah.
It's
William
Howells.
Howells. Yeah, Howells. Quentin.
I caught it.
My elbow
Six.
hurts. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Alright, Quentin. So, if you're gonna have an industrial revolution, does the agriculture production have to increase, decrease, or stay the same?
increase.
Good job.
That's obviously easy.
Alright, who came up
I think
with
this one.
the steel plow?
Me?
Yeah.
What was I supposed to say? Oh, is it last name begins with a D?
Yep.
Is it John Deere?
It is John Deere. Make sure it's not spelled the same way as like Deere so and so.
I'm not a
R.
We can go slow.
Who came up with the Reaper?
Jack?
Cyrus
No.
McCormick.
Good job, Cyrus
I'm
McCormick.
so good with Star Wars.
8! Alright, who invented the cotton gin?
Eli Whitney.
What was the major crop of the South?
Cotton.
Cotton.
I said corn.
I thought
Alright.
hemp was.
Nope, cotton.
What is about hemp in English?
Let's see.
Yeah, hemp is a rope.
Yeah.
It's a rope.
There's something else I'm gonna have to say.
Hemp.
Nerd.
I love that
Hemp
word.
rope.
Hemp.
Alright, who, let's see, who is known as the father of the American factory system? Because he escaped Great Britain to come to America.
Is it like Slater? Slater?
Samuel Slater.
Ladder.
8!
Okay, don't blow up my kid.
Change that camera.
Headphones.
Alright.
Don't die.
So, which section of the country was focused on industry? The north, south, or west?
What's the start with?
North, south, or west?
Can I get tissue?
North, yes. Alright, who invented the power loom?
What's that?
Last name begins with an L.
One. Oh, yeah.
Lowell.
Good job, Francis Cabot Lowell.
You just had to
Hey.
know.
Hey,
Alright, who invented the much improved sewing machine?
Let's start with,
I don't know what I wrote.
His last name begins with an H.
Hemp.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Is it
7,
Hain?
8. What?
Hain?
Hain?
Yeah.
Nope, first person raise your hand.
This is,
Oh.
it's not underwear brand.
She said
Remember?
socks.
Fox. Go.
You make socks?
Yes.
Wait,
Howard.
make socks.
Nope.
Howard the Duck.
Calcetines.
Who?
Spanish word for socks.
Are you really guessing socks?
What was the question?
Alright, who invented the much improved sewing machine?
Pantalones.
What?
Pantalones.
The must improved.
Um, It's her question, you can't go back.
Yeah, Kristen, Brennan, do you wanna guess?
Yes, home.
It wasn't my question.
It was.
No,
It
it
was
That's
wasn't.
mine.
the power loop, it's Quentin's question.
Yeah.
Genesis, do you wanna guess?
Steven, it starts with an H.
They broke them.
They broke them?
I'm gonna have to get them.
Howard.
How'd they break?
They.
I think whoever said Howard.
Not Howard. Alright, make a note of it. So, Elias Howe.
Wait, what did they
Elias Howe.
They broke the lasers.
Yeah, only one of them works now. I'll get new ones that
What,
work.
like, what are you guys talking about? Was there a game?
My
with it?
lasers that I use them in geography.
Who broke it?
It's okay.
How do
Don't
you
worry
know
about
they broke?
it. Because they don't work.
Which one
How
did
did
it
he-
break?
What?
How do Ethan know?
Cause he's looking.
He asked me, I think I'm gonna.
We used to use them
Yeah, in geography we use them.
when we were in 97.
Was it breaking?
I'm not gonna ask you.
That's the only class
It was probably
I'm
breaking.
not telling you.
I'm
Alright,
saying it's
so
broken.
it's Chris's turn. Alright, Chris, who invented the sewing machine to be used for at home now?
What's the last name, sorry?
S.
S?
S.
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 Don't get it
What's
wrong.
the first name start with?
I.
Is the S, the last name, is it weird?
No.
No.
Is it very basic?
Yes.
Yes.
Sam.
No. Alright, first person raise your hand. Turn on your one. Go.
It was me.
That's me.
It was Ethan. Alright.
Excuse me?
Got an answer.
Don't get it wrong.
Solomon? No, Quinn was next to the Genesis.
Singer.
Singer. I said
Singer.
singer. I said singer. No for him. Alright. Who invented the first practical steam engine? This is Ethan's turn.
Get back.
That's not his
Who?
name.
What?
Good job, James Watt.
What?
Alright. You make sure it's spelled with a different though.
6.
Who invented the first high pressure steam engine? Lots of inventors
You
inside.
haven't asked that question already?
High pressure steam engine.
This turn.
E for last name. Alright, Quinn, raise your hand. Lots of inventors in this section of this side notes. If you don't know your inventors, you better figure them out.
I know some.
Go. That was Chris.
Edmund.
What?
Edmonds.
Edmonds?
Yeah.
No.
Edmund.
What was that?
Edmund.
Say it again.
Edmund.
Edmund?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That was me?
There's me.
Elijah.
Oh.
No.
last name.
Alright.
Eli. Whitney,
Elliot.
Whitney, Eli.
Oliver Evans.
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 Bob Evans, I know that.
174. Oliver Evans. So make sure that they hear the right answer from you.
What page is
Who's
Owl's
Evans?
on?
Alright, so back over, I believe it's
My turn.
Chris' turn. Alright, Chris.
Nice.
What becomes known as the National Road?
Singer turn.
Yeah, no. What's the start with?
See?
Cumberland.
Good job.
Cumberland. Cumberland.
Alright, so what do you call the roads that were raised above their surrounding terrain and they were made of tightly packed crushed rock and gravel?
Let's start with an M.
Starts with an M.
McAdams.
Yep. Ethan, are you being creepy?
Lizzie.
Ethan, are you being creepy?
No.
Yes.
I'm
It
being-
really
I'm
is.
being
It's
a
staring
good
into my
friend.
soul and it's making me feel very uncomfortable and self-conscious.
I'm
I'm
just-
self-conscious.
I'm being a good friend.
Alright, Genesis turn.
Question.
Alright, Genesis, what do you call the type of roads where it's the logs laid side by side?
Corduroy. Good job.
Scared. He knows where I live.
I know where you live.
You told him.
Alright, Quinn.
No, he didn't tell me I was
Credited
there.
the first practical steamboat.
Let's start with
F.
Fulton.
Fulton.
I know where I live.
Alright, who
Did you
do we
get
give
four?
credit for the
Alright, seven.
completion? Make sure you pay attention. Who gave credit for the completion of the Erie Canal? This is Chris' turn now.
Is it a person?
It is
Where's last name start?
C. Not the same C people we've been talking about.
Is it a weird name?
It's, okay, this is the same last name as the president.
Same last name as the president?
Yes. I don't think they're related though.
Hold on.
It starts with a what?
See.
A C.
C.
Carter?
Final answer?
Yeah.
Nope. Prepare to raise your hand.
Does that have a C president?
Go.
Me.
I think it was Clinton.
Clay.
Is he a
No,
president?
no.
Yeah.
No, wait,
Isn't it?
wait.
Carter.
No.
You already said
Ethan.
Carter.
He said Carver.
He said Carter.
Yeah, he said Carter.
Don't tell me it's Carver.
Joe Biden.
Okay.
It's not Carter.
Joe Biden.
Alright, DeWitt Clinton.
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 DeWitt Clinton. Make it
I
up
did
for
not
him.
have. No.
Make it up for him. So much of the credit for the construction of the Erie Canal goes to DeWitt Clinton. Make it up for him.
What page?
176. What year is the Erie Canal completed?
I do not have.
Oh, 18. Wait, 17.
17.
What's it?
No, sorry. 18 is right. 18, I'm thinking something else. 18. Sorry, 18.
1870 something.
Okay, 1820. I'll help you out.
1825.
Good job.
I don't think
I
we're
know.
saying 1870s with
It
him.
is.
Yeah.
Alright, what was America's greatest contribution to the history of sailing vessels?
Who?
What?
Nice.
What?
Clipper.
Good job, clipper ships. Alright, what put the Pony Express out of business?
Telegraph.
The what?
Telegraph.
Telegraph is correct. Who was known as the Pathfinder of the Seas? Because he worked with ocean currents.
What else in trouble?
M.
M?
M.
M?
No,
M.
sorry, M. I just popped out.
What is first in trouble?
M.
Is it a weird last name?
Not to me, 'cause I
Oh.
talk about this so much in science, so I forget that that's not
I remember
science.
this is,
Medulla?
Medulla?
Medulla oblongata.
Avant-garde.
That's for biology. Alright,
To the
first
back
person
of
to
your
raise
head.
Good job.
I smart.
First person to raise your hand. Go. You did good again, Chris, and then Ethan. Okay.
Metric system.
Nope, alright, Ethan.
Matrix. Matthew Murray.
Matthew Maury. The Matthew Maury.
Matthew Murray.
Maury show.
Alright.
You
Who
are-
actually laid the transatlantic cable? Let's see, that was your turn, so now it's Ethan's turn officially.
Stan Towers.
His last name starts with an F. Last name starts with an F.
F?
F.
Oh, Sarsfield.
Cyrus Field.
That's the first time I thought it was a company.
Alright, who invented the telegraph?
Samuel F. B. Morse.
Good job.
Miss Morse.
I will be nice.
What if we put Miss Morse as spelling?
His first name wrong,
I need 6
technically,
points.
yes.
So we put Amber Morse.
It's technically spelling error. I thought it would be like, please don't. Alright, Quentin's turn. Alright, Quentin, where did most of the immigrants come from in this time period of 1820 to 1850?
Ireland.
Ireland. Where are they from?
Mexico.
No, from this time period, 1820 to 1850. Ireland.
It's Ireland, guys.
Yes, make a note. Germany second. So what's the first one, Ethan?
Mexico.
What's the first one for real?
Ireland.
Good job. I want to make sure you know that Jamie and Quentin know.
What do you mean? Where?
I'm so weird.
I've been purposely like stuck in my head.
Where's the potatoes?
I'm sorry, Quentin. I'm sorry, Gretchen.
Where's the potatoes?
Okay, we gotta keep going. Whose turn was that?
Mine.
It was.
That was mine.
No, it was not.
That was mine. That
You
was
better
my
stop.
question. That was my question.
You better stop.
Alright,
Alright,
Grace.
it is Chris. Alright, Chris. Name one of the Romantic era writers. You could pick a bunch of them from the section. Pick one.
Herman.
Who's that Pokemon?
Okay,
Melville.
Ethan. 2-5.
Herman Melville.
You going Herman Melville? Good job, that is one. Henry
No.
Wadsworth Longfellow,
Edgar
Edgar
Allan
Allan Poe, James Fenimore Cooper. Those are all examples.
I'm not going to remember any of those.
We're learning about him in English.
We're learning about Moby
now.
Dick. Come on.
Alright,
Can read
who
No.
was the person that was one of the thank you. Who was one of the musicians in this time period? He wrote Oh Susanna.
Start with.
F. This is a type of dessert, I believe, technically.
Jimi Hendrix?
What?
Jimi Hendrix?
He was that alive.
Oh. Alright.
Ah.
A type of dessert?
I think it's a type of dessert. I've heard of this one.
Caramel.
Start with
It starts with F.
Fruitcake. Fruitcake.
You're going with fruit cake for real?
Fruity cake.
You're going with fruit cake for real?
Fruitless cake.
Fruitless cake.
Are you going with that for real?
I am.
No. Okay, first person to raise your hand. Go. Alright, what is
Fritter.
What was that?
Fritter.
That's a good guess.
It is a
Alright,
fritter.
that's it.
Alright. Alright. Stephen Foster.
Oh,
So Banana
Oh,
Foster.
Banana Foster, yeah.
Disgusting. I hate
Alright,
Let's
so
go Spain.
Stephen Foster, make it up for him. Alright, that is most of chapter 13. On to
Alright.
chapter 14.
Wow.
Alright, what is the years? You just went for Banana Foster. What year is the Texas War for Independence? What years?
1835.
2.
1837. 36.
Good job. Well done.
She gave you the teacher voice too.
Alright, who was the leader of the Texans in the Texan War for Independence?
Let's start with, just make
H.
sure, Houston.
Houston, Sam Houston. Who was the first president of the Republic of Texas?
Houston.
Yep, still Houston.
I won.
Nick,
No, you
really?
don't.
Yeah,
Really?
Alright, reset. I'm not quite far enough. I might switch
I
to
need
I
5
had
more.
40.
I want to
Me
make sure I
too.
get through everything. Alright, reset.
I'm just smarter now.
You just want to keep
I
the
mean,
list.
I got one like.
Add your
3 times.
answers and let me see.
4, 8, 12. That's 12. 4 plus 8 is 12.
Alright, we gotta
Plus
go.
5
I'm
is-
sorry. We gotta
Anywho.
do it later because we don't have time. Alright,
Fight
Chris,
you
we'll
out.
start with you. Alright,
I'm getting bumped.
Ethan. Name somebody that died at the Alamo.
Well, it's my turn.
No,
You
it's
won.
not, Susan.
We just won.
You
Be
did
nice.
that, Carol.
Did you call him Susan?
Quentin. Everyone's the wrong.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Quentin. You're
She's
everyone's
obsessed with you, man.
today. I always wanted to call you Jamie.
Nice. You know.
Alright, name somebody that died at the Alamo.
Quentin.
How can you not name that? You can tell she was supposed to
Quentin.
Davy Crockett, James Bowie, William D. Travis. Pick one of those. Okay, roll your dice. Alright. Genesis.
Quentin.
At what battle was the Texan War for Independence basically won, or basically over at?
Jacinto.
Good job, San Jacinto. Alright, what do you call an expression of the people's will by a direct vote?
What's up?
P.
P?
P.
So what is it?
It
Say
rhymes
An
with
expression of the people's will by direct vote.
What is it?
parasite.
Good.
It rhymes with parasite.
That's actually pretty good.
Exactly. Sounds like
It's a good
parasite.
movie too.
Couple seconds, we gotta go. Alright, Rippers, raise your hand. I want everyone. Go.
Me.
He's just fast. Okay.
I'm just doing some real speed. Play this like.
No.
Plebiscite.
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
Plebiscite. What do you term refers to the people that said America was destined to go from one end of the continent to the other?
Expansionalist?
Expansionist. Yeah. Alright, who was the preacher that preached his first sermon at Fort Vancouver going to Oregon? What was that?
Humphrey Panda name.
Jason Lee. Alright, name one of the first ladies to cross the Rockies.
Narcissa.
What's her last name?
What's that?
Narcissa starts with a W for her last name.
And what's the other lady started?
Her last name
First.
starts with an S.
What's her first name started?
E.
Eliza Spalding.
Eliza Spalding and Narcissa Whitman. Maybe up for that too. Alright, who was the man that led the Great Migration?
What's our word?
His last name begins with a W.
Whitman.
Good job, Dr. Marcus Whitcomb.
And doctor. You gotta call him Dr. Marcus.
Did it. Alright, who was the Whig candidate in the election of 1844?
I think we start with C.
Yep,
Clay.
Clay. Who won the election of 1844?
Not Clay.
I mean.
Yeah, poor Clay.
He ran like 7 times.
He tried a bunch of different stuff.
What's this start with?
Pete.
P?
Pete.
P?
Pete.
Who won for the election?
It's like only one P.
Of 1844. Technically there's two.
And I mean.
For president?
President.
So it rhymes with fierce.
Nope.
No.
Rhymes
Oh.
with.
Wait, what?
Who starts with a P as the president? It rhymes with mulk.
Alright.
Hulk.
Hulk. Roll your dice.
Who I know is your friend.
Alright.
Everyone's my friend.
What was their
Right.
campaign slogan?
Is it the 50-40, 50-40, 45 fight?
54-40 or fight.
54.
Roll your dice.
Why did they make that so confusing?
Sounds like my body mass in there.
Alright. Who discovered the South Pass?
What's our word?
His last name begins with an S.
Smith.
Good job, Jedediah Smith.
He just said the most American
Ow.
name ever.
I know, it's one of
Jones.
Hey.
Alright, what year was Texas finally added?
It rhymes with.
1870 something?
Right, 1840.
I can't say what that rhymes with.
1845.
Final answer?
Yes.
Yes, it is correct.
It
Alright,
rhymes
what
with-
border was established between us and Canada? Because Britain decided they did not want to go to war with us. So they said, you can have up to this
What
line.
border?
Yeah, like what parallel was that? This is why our country has a straight line all the way across.
45?
The second
49th.
parallel.
The 49th parallel. Alright, who was sent to go protect our border with Mexico, but the Mexicans said invasion? Freaked out.
Started.
T. Alright, put it down.
Who? His last name?
His last name starts with T.
Nat Turner.
That's a different guy.
I keep mixing him up with the actual guy.
This is a future president.
Taney. Oh, future president.
Future president.
Rhymes with Baylor.
Taylor.
Taylor. Zachary Taylor. Alright, who was sent on a special peace conference to Mexico to try to keep peace and also try to buy California?
What's our with?
His last name starts with an S.
What's wrong with?
It's a city in Louisiana.
I'm not from
I
Louisiana.
know. I only go through because I-10 goes through it. That's
Oh.
more than I know. It's on the border between Louisiana and Mississippi. Alright, the person ready to
Speaking of-
Sacramento.
No. Go. Ethan?
Texas.
You want me to say
Wait,
Texas?
what?
Texas.
See, Texas as the city between Louisiana and Mississippi.
Yes.
Now,
St. Louis.
that's a good guess. No. Still somewhere else.
Sioux Falls.
Alright, John Slidell. So, John Slidell.
Sly dog.
Alright, I believe it is Chris's turn. Alright, Chris, what year did the Mexican War start?
1840 something?
1840.
1840.
Well, the Texas was added
1846.
1845, and that's one of the reasons for the
1846.
war. Yes, 1846. Alright, what battle was the Mexican War basically over at? We defeated Santa Anna.
It's a road.
Start Buena Vista.
Buena Vista.
It's a road.
I would never got that when you said road.
Alright, so who assisted the Californians in their Bear Flag Revolt?
Is there
F. He is the first Republican candidate later on.
Fremont?
Fremont, John C. Fremont.
Fremont man.
Alright, what year did the Mexican War end?
1848.
48? Do you remember? Oh, no, I'll let that go. What was the treaty that ended the war?
Tweety.
Tweety.
Just tree of Guadalupe.
Guadalupe.
Guadalupe Doga.
Okay, I'll take it, but make sure you know how to spell it. So,
Hidalgo.
Guadalupe Hidalgo. So make a note for that over how to say, or at least how to spell it, so that we can get it right on the test. So just figure out that. The treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo.
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 Guadalupe Hidalgo.
That.
Alright, what year was the California Gold Rush?
18.
60.
Okay, it is 40, so 40,
1848.
48,
1847.
47? Final answer. Nope, raise your hand. Go.
That's me. 1849.
1849, it's the minor 49ers. Did y'all ever watch that episode of Scooby-Doo?
Yes.
Minor 49ers?
No, we should watch
Okay.
I did.
You ever watched that season of football where the 49ers were absolutely terrible?
Okay, we gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. Alright,
Yeah, but
who
still are
made the Gadsden Purchase to get the section of land for our railroad?
Wow.
Yeah, I know, James
You
Gadsden.
did the easy one.
Alright, who was the preacher that went to California?
I would get this one. What does it start with?
T.
What is it wrong with?
Nothing
Time.
makes sense.
Sailor.
That works.
Taylor?
William Taylor. But make sure it is not
Baylor.
spelled like
It's
this.
not spelled like Sailor.
Alright, that is most of chapter 14.
Yay!
Alright, there are 3 social. Okay, what is the
Social-
main social economic problem of the South during this time period? What is the main theme?
Immigrants want to come over. 'Cause it's like
Okay, that's one part of it, but like, what's the main overarching problem?
slave trade. Slave.
Slavery. Yep, for you guys. And yes, there's a smaller section underneath it. Alright, who owned Liberator?
William Garrison.
Say it louder so people on video can hear.
William Garrison.
Okay, that got higher too. Roll your dice. Alright, what was the first abolitionist party?
Instead
L.
Liberty.
Liberty Party. What is the organization, that's the best way to put that helped the slaves escape to the north into Canada?
Underground Railroad.
Underground Railroad. What is the lady that is one of the major leaders of the Underground Railroad?
Girl.
Man.
It's a girl.
Harriet Tubman.
What's her name?
Harriet Tubman.
You going with
Tubman.
Tubman?
Harriet
Tubman.
It's a B?
Yeah, it is B. So Harriet Tubman. I noticed that on the quiz as well.
You know, it'd be really ironic she died in a bathtub or something.
That'd be so sad. Alright,
That's very
so what was the document that stipulated that the land gained by Mexico, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude shall ever exist in that part?
What's this,
W.
W?
W.
You said it wasn't
Said that with Mexican, with the territory, succession territory, slavery nor involuntary servitude shall never exist there.
W.
W.
Where does Rob live?
Fremont.
It's a,
That's decent.
yeah.
It's not perfect, but it's decent.
Fremont.
That's not
I was thinking
that's not
that
close
too.
enough, it's not
Wheremont.
I don't know if I can get.
Wedmont.
If I get closer.
If someone gets closer, I gotta give it to him. Go. Alright.
Wilmot.
Was it?
Wilmot.
Wilmot. So Wilmot provides it. Alright. Alright. Who came up with the compromise of 1850?
To start with.
C.
Him? Oh, what's his
Him?
face?
This
Yeah.
poor guy.
What's,
The poor guy
What's
that's
his name?
in
That's
everything.
the way it goes over.
Calhoun.
You going with Calhoun?
No, I'm going with Clay.
You going with Clay?
You going with Clay?
Final answer?
I'll go with Calhoun.
You going with
You
Calhoun?
going with Clay? Calhoun?
Which one?
Which one
Clay's
you
trying to
going?
psych you out. So which
Is it
one?
Clay or Calhoun? Or is it Webster?
Calhoun.
Final answer.
Yeah.
You sure?
First person to raise your hand.
I said Clay.
No, you
No,
didn't.
too late.
You can get your hand up fast enough. You can try to steal it back. But I don't know. People are just fast today. Go.
Three.
Ethan got it. Alright, Ethan.
Is it really Clay?
It is really Clay.
He had his hand down as a cow.
Alright. Name one part of the compromise of 1850.
Washington D.C. got rid of slave trade.
What about slavery?
Slavery saved.
Yep, that's it.
I saw.
All of them were just one.
No, that's just one.
Oh,
Name
okay.
one.
I saw a commercial that John Ossoff wants to make Washington D.C. the 51st state.
I saw this one commercial.
Alright,
that
we
I think a war like hates puppies.
We gotta go. Alright, so what's another part of the compromise of 1850?
Pizza with a fork.
Was there a state in this like put in?
There's something that has to do with
Slave-
California.
California was officially a state.
What type of state?
What do you mean? What kind
Like
of
free state,
Yeah.
slave state, which
Are
one?
you sure?
Free state.
Free
Free
state,
Are you
sure.
sure? You sure?
Yeah.
Really?
Slave state. Slave state.
Oh,
Final.
what's slave
Final
state?
slave.
Only slave?
Stop listening to Quentin. First person to raise your hand.
You're
Quentin
forbade
is
to
down
talk.
coffee. Go. He did beat you, Quentin.
Free state.
Free state. California as a free state. Stop listening to Quentin. Quentin's
You all made me do
so
that
much
twice.
fun
I won.
now. Did you really?
Yep, I got 50.
No,
Exactly
you
on the dot.
did not.
I have 22.
Alright. Let's just load up.
Cheese,
Alright,
cheese.
so going over to
188375366.
I don't think that is a.
Whoa!
There's no way you got it first. Yo, doesn't matter if you wrote it down, you can be lying.
we're going to assume
I had like 3 points I
accuracy.
need to get.
The Lord will smite me.
Ethan, we'll start with you. Just don't let me forget. You gotta pick numbers. All right. So, what's another part of the compromise of 1850?
27.
What part of it?
What's another part of it? Y'all making me nervous.
He said,
Slave trade, but not slavery, is prohibited in the District of California. The District of Columbia. California would come in as a free state.
was it the one where a slave goes and complete that or something and they can't do that?
He's saying the
What?
one I usually say.
He's speaking hieroglyphic.
No, I'm not.
Speaking cursive.
Is it if the
He's
slave
speaking
goes
British.
to
Alright, so if the slave escapes to the north, what happens?
they they had to go back, they're still property.
Yeah, they have to, it's a new fugitive slave law, so if they get found, they gotta get taken back. Alright, teach that.
She's nervous because it's the essay, guys.
11.
Hoopla.
Alright, what's another part of the compromise of 1850?
Oh, yeah.
What have we already said?
We've said California is a free state, we said the new fugitive slave laws passed, the slave trade but not slavery is prohibited in the District of Columbia. How much did we pay for Texas for some of their territory?
Dang it, that's the one I was gonna say.
Something, 15 billion? 15 something?
Subtract 5.
10.
10 million.
kidding me?
Because it's a little bit harder.
What, she said 11.
If it was 11, I would sit there and I would judge that. 15. Alright, the last part of it, make a note that the rest of the territory for the Mexican secession would be decided on slavery or free state by popular sovereignty. So make a note for that. It's all on page 201. Alright, what was the name for Webster's last great speech?
What's our way?
It
Number?
rhymes with
It's a number? What's wrong with?
11th of Slarch.
The board.
You're going with 11th of March.
Not 11.
Yes.
First person to raise your hand.
I didn't tell you wrong, you still don't know.
Joe.
Go. This is just faster.
7th March.
7th of March.
You said every the one.
Let me
Evan.
go with 2020.
2020.
Thank you. I get my cane now.
He ain't.
Nope. Alright, so, let's see, who became president when Millard Fillmore died? Let's see, that was your question, not yours.
Start with P.
It starts with,
Huh?
I'm sorry, I said when President Millard Fillmore died, didn't I? Okay,
Yeah, Pierce.
no, sorry,
Pierce
sorry,
is
he
the-
did not,
Pierce is the one
he did
that
not
was in
die,
there.
sorry, I meant, so, whenever
Pierce-
President Taylor died,
Yeah.
who became president?
No, wait, what start with?
F.
Fillmore.
Yeah, I said the answer, but I don't know what I meant to say as a question, I'm sorry. Alright, so, President Taylor died, Millard Fillmore became president.
28.
Alright, Ethan, during whose administration when we tried to buy Cuba, but with the Austin Manifesto we offended Spain, so they wouldn't sell it to us
I can
anymore.
believe every single one.
Just throw it.
His administration begins with a P.
Pierce.
Pierce.
16.
Alright, so who proposed the Kansas-Nebraska bill? His last name begins with a D. This guy's we see this name over and over again.
Daniel Webster.
His last name?
Last name begins with a D.
President or Senate candidate.
I don't know.
He is a senator. He was in this time period. Alright, first one to raise your hand. Go. That was Ethan.
Stephen Douglas.
Stephen Douglas.
Stephen A. Smith.
That's what I was thinking about
No,
yesterday.
A. Douglas, stop.
19! Alright, woo. And what was the real person's name, Chris? Good job, make sure so they don't. Let's see. Alright, what state had a lot of conflict because it was supposed to be decided by popular sovereignty, but it didn't work?
Is that my turn?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's Quentin's.
Let's start with.
What state?
Let's say start with. Serious.
K. How many K's do
I
you
don't
have?
know.
Kansas.
Kentucky.
Going to Kentucky?
Yes.
First
No.
person to raise your hand. Go. Make it was your Ethan. I saw him over there first.
Kansas.
Kansas. Make it over
He
Kansas.
said it.
I don't know how many
Who
states
court-
start
Out
with
loud.
I don't know all
Who
50
court
states.
cities?
You know Arkansas was Arkansas.
You going with 54?
34.
I'm gonna say there's no 54. You said what you
Well,
doing.
guess what picking then.
I win!
What number was that?
34.
Oh, right now.
Will you throw darts the last 10 minutes?
Yeah.
No, because I can't stand.
We don't
I
care.
don't care.
Then us three can do it.
We don't care. I'll throw.
I'll
for
throw
you.
from
I don't care that you
Discuss
broke your
everything.
toe.
Excuse me?
I don't speak mode, I'm sorry.
Alright, make sure you're being appropriate.
I'm done with y'all. I'm
Alright,
off now.
who was the pro-slavery person that he attacked, who was the abolitionist that attacked a pro-slavery settlement? Ethan just won, so go over to
Yeah.
Genesis.
What's it start with?
Last name begins with B.
I think you said this earlier.
I did.
I think so. No, Genesis said it earlier.
I did.
Maybe.
Listen, stop listening.
Cool.
to
Why
Rick.
you keep listening to me?
Yeah, why do we listen to you, Quinn?
I don't
Oh, I know.
Alright, first raise your hand. Go.
I'm Chris.
Where's the first one?
Alright, who was the abolitionist that attacked a pro-slavery settlement at Potawatomi Creek?
Starts with this here.
Starts with a B.
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 What's the first one?
J.
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 Justin.
No.
And the year.
It's a B. Is it a word again?
Not really.
Was he a president?
No, he's gonna die.
No.
He's what?
He's
Yeah.
gonna die.
That's so sad.
He gets killed.
We're all gonna
Very.
die.
Joe Biden.
I'm going with Baylor.
Joe
Okay, be
Biden.
appropriate.
Joe Biden.
Justin Bieber.
Okay.
I'm supposed to say Biden when I said.
Bojack.
What did I say?
Not the right thing.
I don't remember what I said.
You said Joe Biden.
You get one more guess and hurry.
Okay. Was it Napoleon Bonaparte?
No. Alright,
He's
first raise your
dead.
hand.
Andy.
Go.
It was what question? Me? It was
No, it was Genesis.
I was next.
It was my question.
It was her question.
John Brown.
John Brown. So, what's the real person's name?
John Brown. I cannot believe it.
Nobody. No.
Okay, Quentin,
John
what's the real
Brown.
person's name?
John
Okay,
Brown.
make it sure. They can hear you louder than I can.
34.
Whoever threw that paper.
Your mom's a joke.
Joe.
Alright,
Joe.
Genesis' turn. Alright, Genesis. Is it really?
Yeah, it
I'm
actually is my
sorry.
turn.
Yeah,
Alright.
that was my question.
Yeah,
That's
Genesis,
right.
it's your turn.
Alright, what year did the
No,
Republican
it's
Party?
Genesis' turn.
It's close on.
What?
It's
It's
Genesis.
my turn. It's my turn.
Alright,
Alright.
Quentin, what year did the Republican Party found up?
The Republican Party.
1840. Right? Yeah.
1850.
1853.
33 final answer?
Yes.
No. Perfect, raise your hand. Go.
1856.
Final answer?
Mm-hmm.
No.
1850. What Quinn say?
I'm not saying.
I'm not-
1858.
58? No.
I was
Genesis, do you wanna guess?
1857.
No. Alright, write down.
1854.
1854. Write it down, tell me to remember.
What page?
It's
That's
on
the one I
page.
guessed.
Don't bitch, find out.
It's on
You'll
which page?
find out
Find
later.
out.
204.
So
Alright, I already asked who the first Republican candidate is, I'm gonna skip over that. Alright, what was the court case that decided that slaves are property and Congress cannot legally take the property away from their owners?
What is the guy's last name? Sorry?
You should know that.
What is the guy's last name? Sorry?
It's so
do that.
American, Chris.
Huh?
It's so American.
So.
It starts with an S, because Quentin is trying to mess you up.
No, I'm being serious. It's so American.
So what's first and third?
D.
It's not American.
Oh, is it like the Dred Scott case?
Yep, Dred Scott case
Is
for
it
Dred
like
Scott
Richard?
versus.
Is it like?
Is it like?
Let me hit that 17 one time.
Alright, so Dred
I got
Scott
it.
case.
Look, I really did get it.
No, you didn't.
Alright, Dred Scott case or the Dred Scott versus Sanford. Make it up for that. Alright.
Why are
Let's
you
see.
lying?
Alright, make sure you're not losing your focus. What was the doctrine that said that, okay, you can't make slavery illegal, but you can just make it to where they don't get police protection?
With a thumb.
There's an F. Stephen Douglas came up with this.
Yeah.
F.
Yeah.
F. I think y'all missed this yesterday too.
Probably.
I
Frederick.
remember what happened yesterday.
No. What's the right one?
I don't think they know. Alright, Frederick, raise your hand.
Fredericksonburg.
You want Frederick?
Frederickson.
No, Frederick, raise your hand. Go.
Say the question one more time.
Make sure you're paying attention. What is the doctrine that said, okay, you can't make slavery illegal, but you
The
can
doctrine?
the doctrine.
Yeah, it says you can't make slavery illegal, but you can.
Okay, you can't make slavery illegal, but you can remove police protection from them.
Free slave doctrine.
Nope,
Is it the?
Free Manhattan.
nope,
Nope.
Oh, it's not
Free
free
will.
soul.
nope, that's a party. Alright, Freeport doctrine.
That's actually
Yeah, we
what I
knew
said.
this
You
one.
already
I remember
guessed
writing it down.
Freeport
I didn't get it. I
doctrine.
guessed the first time because I heard it. You
Oh, I'm
said
sorry. Ethan, you may have
Page?
a question then.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
on page 206.
See it, can you from a phone?
No, not this time.
I
Alright,
always have
so go capture John Brown because he led an attack at Harper's Ferry, Virginia.
Charlie
and
Brown.
This guy. He gets killed for this.
Thunder?
Yeah. You can have another question since somebody goes.
Okay. Robert Lee.
Robert E. Lee.
19.
12.
You go with 19?
Ah.
19.
Alright. Who published Uncle Tom's Cabin?
Harriet
Uncle
Beecher
Uncle
Stowe.
Tom.
Teacher Stowe?
What are you doing,
9.
Uncle Tom?
Alright. Who wrote The Impending Crisis at the South?
What does it start with?
Last name begins with an H.
An H?
H.
No.
What do you call someone who helps you?
A depressionalist.
A helper?
I was about to say a helper.
A
Helper?
depressionalist.
Sure.
Hilton Helper is correct. So
Hamburger helper?
yeah.
Hamburger helper.
I hate that.
27.
It's good.
No one likes it. It's a bottle.
Let's
Good
go.
enough. What
I was
page-
actually going to say that.
What page is it on?
It's on page 206.
I don't
Alright,
think we
I don't
have
think I have
enough
enough time for the last bit. Alright, so just really quick, just raise your hand then for 'em.
We don't have
Alright.
one really.
Alright, who was the Northern Democrats candidate? The person raise your hand. Go.
Joseph
Northern Democrats?
Northern Democrats, who's their candidate?
Joseph.
Douglas.
Stephen Douglas, you got your
Joseph.
points. For person raise your hand. What was the Southern Democrats candidate? Go. You gotta get it. Okay.
For the Republicans?
The Southern Democrats.
Southern?
Southern Democrats.
Southern?
Cause remember they divided.
Georgia?
Let's start with
B.
B?
B.
B?
B. 5 seconds.
Buffett.
No.
Bro.
5 seconds. Gotta go.
Bethlehem.
Autism.
No.
No! Oh! No!
Alright, sit down. Right. Breckenridge. So, John C. Breckenridge.
No.
Alright, who was the Republican candidate? Go.
John
Lincoln.
Lincoln. Who was the Constitutional Union Party? Because they just came out in this time period. Who was their candidate? Go.
Solid.
Starts with B.
Breckenridge.
No. Anyone else guess? Alright, Quentin.
Buchanan.
What?
Buchanan.
No.
No.
Most of my guess?
Yes.
No. John Bell. Write
No.
down. John Bell. What was the first state to pull out of the Union? Go. You already had your hand up.
Yeah.
Cheater.
Mhm.
Okay. And then you Quentin.
South Carolina.
South Carolina is correct. Alright, who was made president of the Confederacy? Go. You still had it up.
Let's start with
D.
Douglas.
Douglas?
Yes.
No.
No.
You're next.
Who's first president of what?
Of the Confederacy.
First president elected of the
Of the
Confederacy.
Confederacy. We only have one. Well, I mean, they only had one. Alright, Jefferson Davis.
My name's Jim.
Alright, let's see. Did Lincoln attend in slavery immediately?
No.
No.